You will be asked to do one reverse manoeuvre of a possible 4 during your driving test. It could be reverse parallel parking. If it is, during the driving, the examiner will ask you to pull up on the left well before the next parked car, please. If it's possible, try to leave a few car lengths of space between you and the parked car in front. Next, they will instruct, would you drive forward and stop alongside the car ahead. Try to stop no more than 1 meter to the side of the target car. Then reverse in and park reasonably close to and parallel with the curb. Try and complete the exercise within about 2 car lengths. It is not specified how close is reasonably close, but from my experience sitting in on driving tests, I have seen pupils pass when parked half a metre from the curb. This is easy to achieve. I'm going to show you 2 different ways to do this manoeuvre. The first way is a common method taught by many instructors. The second way is less common, but in my opinion is the easier of the 2. Both use reference points to help with timing and accuracy. However, you need to understand that reference points are unique to every car and seat position. Therefore, you may need to adjust the timing of these turns a little to suit your car. Watch until the end and I'll also show you how to correct your parking if it goes wrong. Position your car so that you can see the head or the tail of the target car in the middle of the backseat window. Begin with all-round observation. Turn the wheel full lock to the left. Creep slowly and continue with all-round observation. When your car reaches a suitable angle, like 7 minutes past the hour, straighten the wheels. Reverse in a straight line. Just after the curb disappears in the left door mirror, turn the wheel full lock to the right. If you have a reverse camera, you could make a reference point with it. My reference point is when the red line touches the curb. Take another all-round observation. Turn full lock to the right. Creep slowly, and when the car and the curb are parallel, straighten the wheels. This is 1 1/3 full turns in my car, could be slightly more or less in another car. Position your car so you can see the head or tail of the target car in the corner of the backseat window. Begin with all-round observation. Turn the wheel half a turn to the left. Creep slowly and continue with all-round observation. Just after the curb disappears in the left mirror, turn the wheel full lock to the right. If you have a reverse camera, you could make a reference point with it. My reference point is when the red line touches the curb. Take another all-round observation, turn full lock to the right, creep slowly, and when the car and the curb are parallel, straighten the wheels. This is 1 1/3 full turns in my car, could be slightly more or less in another car. Which method do you prefer? Method 1 requires reversing straight at an angle until you are close enough to the curb and then turning to parallel, whereas method 2 limits the angle by using half a turn, therefore requiring less turns overall. So yeah, method 2 is more simple. Parallel parking doesn't always go to plan, but that's okay because you are allowed to correct it on your test. And I'm going to show you how I correct my parking if I finish too far from the curb, too close to the curb, or even if I hit the curb. Also, what to do if you get too close to the target car. Just don't forget to continue with all-round observations while you are correcting your parking. I'm going to steer full lock to the right before the curb disappears in the left door mirror. The result of steering too soon will mean that I finish too far from the curb. To finish closer, I will steer full lock to the left, which will move the back of my car closer to the curb. When the curb disappears in my left door mirror, I will steer full lock to the right. Then once the car and curb are parallel, I will straighten my wheels. I can repeat this process as many times as I need to get close to the curb. Once again, I'm going to steer full lock to the right before the curb disappears in my left door mirror. As a result of steering too early, I will finish too far from the curb. To correct the distance from the curb, this time I'm going to reverse back straight as far as I can go, giving myself one car length of space in front of my car, or in a smaller space, as much as is available. Then I'm going to drive forwards, steering sharply to the left, and then straightening up, and when the car and the curb are parallel, straightening the wheels. The curb is about to disappear in my side mirror, and I'm going a little bit too close to the curb this time. Doing a full lock to the right from this position will hit the curb. So I'm going to drive forwards until I've got the correct distance from the curb. Once at the correct distance from the curb, full lock to the right. And when the car and the curb are parallel, straighten the wheels. I'm going to turn full lock to the right way too late, and this time my back wheel is going to touch the curb. Hitting the curb could fail the driving test. If you keep your speed really slow, you will only touch the curb gently, which normally doesn't fail. To correct this, simply steer full lock to the left and drive forwards. When the car and the curb are parallel, straighten your wheels. I have made my first turn full lock to the left too early. As a result of this, there is not space for me to swing the front of my car into the space when steering full lock to the right. It looks very, very tight, and I don't want to risk damaging the van. The best option here is to return to the beginning position. And this time, to avoid making the same mistake, I'm going to reverse further back before doing my first turn. As a result of doing my first turn a little bit later, there is much more room for me to swing the front of my car into the space when doing full lock to the right. You're all set now to smash it. That's the car and not the curb. I mean, the manoeuvre and not the car. So now you're all set to smash it. That's the manoeuvre and not the curb. If you have a question, leave a comment. Don't forget to like, and please subscribe to get more juicy content. And good luck.